Hi everyone, welcome to Sikh Coalition's Kids Corner. Thank you for joining us today. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, the Sikh Coalition Kids Corner is a weekly virtual learning experience at the same time every Wednesday. And make sure you add it to your calendars and RSVP to the new Facebook event so you can join us here every week, and that way you can get reminders and you don't forget and you know the time in your time zone. Okay, so going to move just slightly so that the angle is correct. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you've never seen me before, my name is AMASINGH. My real name is Vikram Singh Khalsa, but I get called AMASINGH, and that's because I like to do amazing things. And when you put amazing and sing together, what you get, AMASINGH, as you can see right here. So I'm a magician, and I've been performing magic since I was around 8 years old. And I first started with seeing a magic show in school in my class when I was in kindergarten. And what I did, I got called up as a volunteer to help out over there. And the magician, what she did was she took a little silk, she put it in her hand, hers disappeared, and then she gave me one, I put it in my hand, mine didn't disappear. And I was really confused. I was wondering, how did she do that? And I wanted to learn. So I started learning. I told my parents I want to learn magic. They got me a magic kit for my birthday. And I started learning, I started practicing. I would go to school, I would show all my friends. And I did magic in my school party in 2nd grade. I did it for my talent show in school, in elementary school, high school. And then I started doing shows for other people's birthday parties. And slowly, I got to do magic shows at libraries, at camps, at Gurmat camps, Sikh camps, all other kids events, and all sorts of things. And because of that, I got to start traveling too. So I got to do shows in New York and Seattle, Atlanta, even Vancouver, Toronto in Canada, or even England and Australia. So because I followed my passion and I kept practicing and I was doing something new and different, other people saw that and they appreciated it. And they started calling me to come perform in all these great places. So today I'm going to show a little magic for you guys. For those of you who haven't seen me before, some of you might have. I'm from the Bay Area, and I performed at some events for the Sikh Coalition before, for Jakarta, for INSAF, for a lot of organizations that do events around here. And we're going to get started now. I'm sure you guys are here to see the magic. So I want to start off by showing you something really simple, and that's just this coin right here. It's a solid coin, and what's interesting is even though this coin feels solid, this table feels solid, actually what's interesting is when you study science, you study chemistry, you study physics, you learn that everything is made up of little molecules, little atoms, and all they are, it's like a tiny little ball, super tiny little dot in the middle, protons and neutrons in the nucleus, and then there's these little electrons that are flying all the way around, and they're really tiny, the electrons are really tiny, and there's a whole bunch of space in between. So in between these little tiny molecules, they're mostly empty, and there's a tiny dot in the middle and little tiny dots flying around, but they're all empty. There's nothing really there. So everything solid we have is actually made up of almost nothing, of space. And if you learn how to use that and you learn some magic, you can actually make one solid thing go right through another. So I'm going to show you that now. Watch. So if we take this coin, you can hear it. You can hear it pressing against the solid table. And all you got to do is find the right spot. So do you hear that? See, if you go like that, the coin actually goes right through the table. That's interesting, right? Now, this is a real solid wooden table, and this is a real metal coin. I'm going to show you the same thing, but a little bit differently. Watch. Not only can you make things go into solid things like this, you can actually push them into something else. Watch. So if I use my own skin, my arm, take the coin, I'm going to start rubbing it right here. Slowly, 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 you're going to see it as the coin falls down. Watch. I rub. You have to rub a lot because it's solid metal, you see. So it might take a few tries. Sometimes it slips, sometimes it falls. But what you can do actually, watch. If you do it right, you go like this, slowly. There it goes, watch. The solid coin actually melts right through my skin and into my arm. You see that? Interesting, right? So now we don't have a coin, we'll have to do it with something else, because I want to show you this at another level. Watch. So now I'm going to show you the same thing with a cup and a ball. So what we're going to try to do is make this ball go through this cup, and you can see that that's metal, that's solid. This is a ball. How am I going to do it? Watch. I'm going to take the ball, I just hold on to it like this, and I press it against the cup. Like that. You'll see. The ball actually goes right through the cup. Now, you can see this. And you can see this. Now, sometimes people think there's a hole in the cup. Well, there is, you're right. There's this big hole right here, you see? If there wasn't this hole, this wouldn't be a cup, it would be a plate. But besides that, there's no way for anything to go through unless you know the techniques of magic. See, if you understand the techniques of magic, you can just go through and find the right spot. Do you see that? You can find the right spot. Watch. So, we're going to take the cup again, put it down, take the ball, just like I showed you. As I let it go through, it actually comes just like that. Watch, watch, watch. And not only can it go through, it can actually go through impossible locations. Like if I take it like this in my hand, it can actually go all the way through. Back underneath the cup. Now, watch, watch. I can even take the ball, watch. If I just take the ball and I put it away over here, put it on the side, it's not even there in the picture anymore. But from there, watch, it comes back right underneath the cup. Now, sometimes people know how this works. And sometimes people just think they know how it works. Some people think there's like a second ball or something hiding under the cup. And you might be right. Would you guys like to see second ball? Yeah? Okay, let's see. I'll show you what's under the cup, the real secret. You see, the reason it works is because I distract you. And as I'm distracting you, I secretly put the second ball under the cup. And the funny thing is, when people are distracted, they can't really tell what's going on, and they don't really notice that the second ball is actually a lemon. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's just a few demonstrations, but I have a little bit more magic for you guys in a second. Watch. We're going to try to take the same cup, same ball. I'm going to make this go through the table now, but I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult, because just going like this is easy. So I'm actually going to cover it up with this cup. Now it's a lot harder, because I can't touch or feel the ball. And then beyond that, I'm actually going to take some paper, some ads from the mail, and cover those up. Cover the cup up with those too. So what happens now, I can't see it, I can't touch it, and we're going to see if we can make the ball go through the table. Okay, watch. Just like this. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay. Just making sure it's still there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have to do it the right way. Watch. Here's the way to do it. Wave the wand, tap it on top, and just like that, the ball's gonna... Oh. Huh. Okay, wait. I think I remember how to do it. You actually have to hit it really hard. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. The ball didn't go through, but the cup did. Solid through solid. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more, because I want to show you the same thing with magic. But like I was telling you before, I was really lucky, I was fortunate, because I was doing magic in school, in class, and I looked a little different. I had my turban, I had a patka jura, so I had my long hair, and I had my turban tied on top. And I already looked different, but not just that, I had a skill, I had a talent, or I had something that made people interested in talking to me and becoming friends with me. So for me, magic was kind of an icebreaker, they say, which is a way to introduce you to someone else, right? So they find something interesting that you do, and that could be any shared common interest, like you like art, or you like music, or poetry, or sports. or you like some subject in school, and that becomes a common way for you to become friends with someone. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I feel really blessed that because of magic, I got to do all sorts of things and travel all sorts of places. And you never know what your skill, your talent, your passion might be, your passion. So if you like, you like art or you like sports, keep doing it. And as you do it, that'll open up so many doors for you. Because some people play instruments and they get to travel to competitions because of that. Some people play sports. And especially now, in this time, everyone's looking for entertainment and everyone's looking for some sort of talent. So whatever it is your passion is, make sure you keep doing it. If you can keep studying, you can do your school, and maybe that is your passion. Or you can have an interest on the side, and that can help you a lot, just like it helped me make a lot of friends. Like when I was in school, even people I didn't know used to come up to me because I kind of got known around my school as the magic guy. And so as I was walking from one class to the other, someone might come up to me and say, "Hey, you're the magician, dude. Can you do some magic for us?" So I had to always have something in my pockets ready to go, so that at a moment's notice, as I'm walking from one class, I can quickly take something out and do a trick for people. So I had to do that right away, anytime, anywhere. But because of that, I got to move between the different groups and make a lot of friends, and get to know people. And it also showed people, because they see that I look a little different, it showed them that I was just another one of them. So even if you look different, if someone finds something common with you and them, like, oh, this guy does something cool, I like seeing that, or this guy's on my team, or this guy plays this thing and we're in the same band, or whatever it is, then people find a way to relate to you. And when people find ways to relate to you, you can make more friendships and more relationships like that. So let me show you the same thing now, except instead of the cup, I'm going to do it with this cloth. Just want to make sure you can see there's no holes. And these cards. So I have a whole bunch of cards. You can see they're all different. Oh, we don't need these. We can see they're all different, kind of mixed up. It really doesn't matter what card we get. We're just going to take any one out. So what I'm going to do is spread them out like this. We'll pull one card out and we'll take a look. This is the Six of Hearts. Can everyone see that? Yeah, make sure you remember what that looks like. Okay. Make sure you remember what it looks like. And we're going to put it back in here. So, everyone sees the Six of Hearts? We're going to put it inside the deck, and we're going to give it a couple of cuts like this. So, we're going to cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, just like this. So, somewhere in there is our Six of Hearts. And I'm going to take all the cards, put them inside the box, just like this, and close it up. There we go. So the box is closed. We have our cloth. And we're going to take the box, cover it up like this. Actually, we're going to put the box on top of the cloth. Cover it this way. Cover it this way. Let's wrap it around like this, and like this, and like this. So it's all wrapped around. Okay, great. So you guys can all see the deck of cards wrapped inside the cloth. The card, remember what our card was? The Six of Hearts, yes. Somewhere inside the box, inside the cloth. But watch, if I go like this, shake it, watch. What happens? Do you see that? Do you see that? One card comes right out through the cloth. The Six of Hearts. Just like that, look. Solid through solid. Box is still closed. And we can do the same thing. Again, watch. We're going to try it a little bit differently this time. Okay? So we can use this, or we can use any other card, just to show you guys. So let's take out... Got the Six of Hearts again. I want to do something different though. Just so you guys know, all the cards are different and it really doesn't matter what you take. So, I'll take this one, the Nine of Clubs. Okay, let's see if everyone can remember that Nine of Clubs. Okay, so that Nine of Clubs Make sure you see it. Make sure you remember it. Put it on top. Put the rest of the cards on top of it. And now, the 9 of clubs is the one we're going to try to do the magic with. Okay, so for now we have this card. This over here is the 2 of diamonds. Can everyone see that? 2 of diamonds? Good. So this 2 of diamonds is right here. We're going to take the 2 of diamonds and actually put it inside the cloth. So take it like this and put it inside the cloth right there. Make sure you guys can all see that. You're going to wrap that up just like this. So the card is stuck inside that cloth. Now watch. Does everyone remember what the card was? 2 of diamonds? Watch, here it goes. 2 of diamond comes right through. Right through the cloth. But do you remember the other card we picked at the beginning? What it was? It was the 9 of clubs. And you see, actually another card went inside here. Let's open it and see. What is it? The 9 of clubs. Pretty amazing, right? Okay. Are you guys having fun? Make sure you write in the comments below if you're enjoying it, you're having a good time. Make sure you invited your friends. That way they can see it too. Because I still have more magic to show you guys. I want to actually show you a classic magic trick. And this goes way back to the times of ancient Egypt. So, back in ancient Egypt, this was one of the first magic tricks people used to do. And you might have heard about this, you might have seen it before, and some of you might even know how it works, but I still want to show you, because now you understand that physics, that chemistry of how one thing can pass through another when everything is just space, and these chemical bonds can be broken and reattached. That's all it really is. So I'm going to show you that in 1 second. Just make sure I can see you guys are all watching and having a good time. I want to be able to see your comments too. So if you have any questions, you can post them in the comments. And hopefully at the end we have a little bit extra time. I will be answering some of your questions too. Okay. I want to just make sure I can see. And now I will show you that classic magic from ancient Egypt. Okay. Here we go. I want to be able to see what you guys are saying. You guys ready? Okay, so this is, yes, the cups and balls. Remember I had 1 before, now I'm going to switch to 3. So, we have this 1 ball, and we have these 3 cups. So let me show you these cups. So there's a metal solid cup. There is another solid metal cup. And there is our 3rd solid cup. So we have these 3 cups and this ball. So I'm going to put the cups down. Watch what happens. Remember how I said solid can go through solid? Watch. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so the first one, I'm just going to take the ball like I showed you before, and I just go like this. See how the ball goes right through? Right through. Okay, we're going to try it again. This time a little bit differently. Watch. I just have to smash it like that, and it goes right through. This time we'll do it a little bit differently. Go like this, it falls through. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so let's try something a little bit different. We saw how items can pass through each other, but what if we can clone something? What if we can make a copy of something? We can copy all the molecules and make another version. Watch. I just go like this. Here we go. See, if I take the ball, I don't do anything, nothing happens, right? But if I take the ball and I use my magic wand and just tap, what happens is the ball multiplies. So now there's 1 under each cup. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now let me show you how one thing can go through another. See this? Goes on top. Just go like this. Goes right through. See that? We'll try it again. So we have one ball right here. I'm going to cover up that one. The next one on top. Go like this. That one goes through too. Can you see now there's two? We're going to cover those two up again. Right here. Put that one on top. And all three balls go right through. Just like that. Okay, watch. I want to show you guys something a little crazier. Okay, so we see how a ball can go through a cup, even though there's nothing there. And how even a solid magic wand, if you do it right, can go through a cup. But something different that you might not have ever seen before is how a solid is how a cup can go through another cup. Watch. Just like that. Crazy, right? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try something again. Now, we have these three. If the first one, I take it, what am I going to do? Take it, put it, just go like this. Disappears from my hand and reappears back. Didn't reappear back. Oh, I didn't tap the wand, that's why. Watch. I go like this. Now, reappears back under the cup. Take the second ball. Let's do this one. Second ball, put it in my hand. Is it going to work? What do you think? No, not yet. Because I have to disappear this one first, then make it appear over here. See, the third one, let's see. I'm just going to take it, put it away. There. So now that I put it away, let's see if I can make it come back. Just like that. Are you guys enjoying the magic so far? Let us know. I know some people asked, if you guys can learn it. Are you having fun? I hope you guys are having fun. Yes, you can learn it, and we can talk about that a little bit later, and we'll discuss that too. But there's one more thing I want to show you guys real quick. So sometimes people think, like I said, sometimes people think there's a hole in the cup, and they think that's how it works. And I want to make sure you guys can really see that would be too simple. That would be too easy. Because if you were here watching this with me, I would actually be able to show you the cups. So I would actually be able to show you the cups in person, and you can test them. And this is something you guys can learn if you practice. You don't have to use anything special. You can use paper cups, glass cups, steel cups. This is almost one of the classics that everyone kind of has to learn when they first start learning magic. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this today, because even though I've been doing it for a lot of years, it's because I have that experience. You guys can learn it too. And so what I showed you was how one thing can go through another. I also showed you how one thing can move places or one thing can get cloned. But one more thing that I actually wanted to show you guys is how one thing can be transformed into another. So how can something change from one thing to a different thing? And I want to show you guys that right now. So watch. If I take the first ball, I'm going to put it away actually. I'm going to take the second ball, put it away too. And the third ball, put that away too. So I'm going to put all those away. And I want to be able to see you guys in your comments, because I'm hoping that I can surprise you a little bit. Okay. Are you guys ready? Transformation. Remember when we had one ball? Now what do we have? 2 lemons. Do you see? It's a big lemon. It fills up the whole cup. And in the middle, do you think we can do it? In the middle we have, yes, do you know what that is? An onion. Yeah, an onion. And actually, oh, this one's stuck. It's too big. An apple too. Now we can have lunch. We can have fruit salad. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is a classic being performed since ancient Egypt, thousands of years ago. It's the cups and balls trick. And that was one of the last things I have. I'm going to show you one more thing in a second. And then, we can open up and answer your guys' questions. Okay. Here's what I wanted to show you. Something that people really want these days, and that is toilet paper. Yeah, that's right. So, take a roll of toilet paper. I'm going to take a few sheets off, let's say about this many, and I'll break them apart. Watch. That's something I just came up with a few days ago. If we take toilet paper, scrunch it up, and I need one more thing. So I'm going to put the scrunched up toilet paper down, and one more thing I'm going to show you guys. My crayons. Who likes to color? Do you like to color? Who likes toilet paper? I think everyone likes toilet paper. So we're going to combine two things that people really like. Watch. And we don't need the black, so I'm going to take that out. So we have all the other colors, and we have our few pieces of toilet paper. Watch. We can go 1, 2, 3. Did you see it? Look. All the colors are gone. They disappeared. So what does that mean? Should we see? Let's see. Watch. Take my little scrunch of toilet paper. Look. Nothing in my sleeves. That means all the colors are inside here now. So all I have to do is just take a little bit of the paper, and with magic, look what happens. Watch. Where's the color? Are you guys seeing this? Are you watching this right now? Make sure you comment if you're enjoying, you're liking it. Let me know. Just like that. Was that fun? I hope you guys enjoyed that and thought that was amazing, and hopefully that was awesome and as fun as you hoped it would be. We're just going to wrap up now. I'm going to answer some of your questions, and then we're going to have a couple of announcements from the Sikh Coalition. All right, guys? So let's see what kind of questions you guys have. Some people are saying, we love it. Oh, I didn't see this one. If I can throw the ball at the cup and make it go through. Yeah, hopefully one of the things I did was that. Hopefully you saw that. I kind of did that. People are asking about learning magic. Yeah, I'll give you my contact information afterwards. If you want to learn from me, I can give you lessons. But you can also, I started from the library when I was a kid. After I got my magic kit, I started just going to the library and looking for magic books and reading and learning. And we didn't even have YouTube. I had a VHS, so kids these days might not know what that is, but it's like a DVD. You might not even know what a DVD is, but it's like a big tape. Nope, don't know that either. So it's this big black box, like an SD card, except really, really, really huge. And you can only fit 2 hours of video on there, so you have to stick that in a big box that plays it on your TV. And that was one of the ways I learned magic, was from a VHS video, and then DVDs. Now you have downloads, you have YouTube, you have so much. But I would recommend, rather than just trying to learn from random videos, is find a proper course or a video or a set, a DVD set or an online video set, or find another magician who can teach you in order, because there's so much stuff out there. You don't know what's good and what's bad and how to get started, and what kind of props to buy. Like, there's 100 different kinds of cups. Like I said, you can use paper cups and plastic cups, or people can buy cups that are $100 just for cups, or $200 or $300. It could be copper or brass or aluminum or gold or something. So, and that's just one prop. But you don't need to necessarily buy props to get started. You can start with a deck of cards, you can start with coins, you can start with any little thing. So I'm just going to look at some of your classes. Someone says I should start magic teaching on Facebook. You guys want to learn a trick? I was thinking about that. I'm wondering if we can do that in a future session. So how long have I been doing magic? I've been doing magic for over 20 years. You believe it or not. Yeah, because it started when I was a little kid. So over 20 years. I've been doing magic longer than I haven't been doing magic. So for most of my life I've been doing magic, majority of it. More than, like, let's say 2/3 magic and 1/3 not. The coin, yeah, the coin is still in my arm. I'll have to pull it out of my ear later on or something else. But now I have more iron, which is good for you. Just kidding. How do I do the toilet paper one? Can't tell you that, unfortunately. So there's a few rules when you learn magic. The first rule is never reveal the secret. So I can't tell you those, but I'll see if maybe I can teach you something. And the second one is you can't repeat the trick for the same audience, and there's a couple of rules that you have to promise. I'm a member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, so that's an organization around the world, and they have a chapter or a pair, like a small headquarters kind of in each major city. So they have one in San Jose, they have one in Sacramento, so I'm in California, LA, and they have them in like England and Australia, around the world. So in Sacramento, I'm the vice president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. But before that, I was a member in San Jose. And if you can find a magic club in your area, that's a really good place to learn, because you can learn from other magicians and you get exclusive, because they will share and teach with each other. And so I get to get feedback. I get to teach other magicians and learn from other magicians. How would I rate myself at magic out of 100? Well, what do you guys think? What would you rate? To be honest, I wouldn't rate myself that high, because even with everything I can do, I realize there's so much more that I can't do yet, that I want to keep learning. Like I'm a Sikh, right? And a Sikh is a student or a learner. So for us, we got to keep learning our whole life. So I can never master it. And an interesting thing is we learn a lot, and we know how much we know, but we don't know how much we don't know. Does that make sense? I know it's a little confusing. So even if you know how much you don't know, like I know that I know this much, but there's still this much that I don't know, that I can still learn, I can still grow, I can improve. So I would say I'm pretty low, because I know there's so many other great magicians better than me that I can learn from and I can improve. So did I learn magic from a magician? I learned from a lot of different places. I did learn from some magicians, but not permanent full time. Like I didn't have one magic teacher. Like I said, I learned from books and videos, and then I didn't find another magician until I was doing magic for like 10 years by myself, through videos and books and stuff. Then I found the magic club, I found another magician, and I started sharing and learning from them. And now I go to magic conventions. Like I went to Las Vegas, I did magic for Penn and Teller. You get to a bunch of magicians around the world come together, and then they all share their secrets with each other, and they teach each other stuff, and they hang out and they try and they improve. It's like a magic jam session. Why did I start doing magic? And do I get tired sometimes? Well, I started doing magic, like I said, when I saw that magic show in school, in kindergarten, and since then I was interested, and then even later on I saw David Blaine. I don't know if you heard David Blaine. He used to do magic on TV, street magic. He would walk up to people on the street and do magic for them. And as he's doing magic for them on the street, he is, random people just on the streets, and they get to see magic in their hands right in front of their eyes without, any cameras and like fancy editing or smoke or mirrors or trapdoors or anything. So I saw that, and I started doing it too. So when I saw that, I really, really wanted to start learning magic as well. Let me see if I can teach you guys something real quick, okay? Do I get tired? No, I don't ever get tired from magic. I don't think I do magic that much that I get tired. I think when you really enjoy something, then it's hard to get tired from it. When you get tired practicing your instrument, but if it's putting you in the mood, like you can read some articles that say if you're playing music or an instrument or something that puts you in the zone, it actually relaxes you, makes you more creative, helps you think better. So this is one of the ways I can express my creativity, even though I like to do a lot of other stuff, like design t-shirts. So this is one of my shirts. It's not available anymore, unfortunately, but you can see some of those things on my website, which I will mention. You can start learning from 6. Yeah, 6, 7 is good. I started at around 8 or 9 years old, and I continued from there. I would say 7, 8 is good. You need some hand-eye coordination, but there are some tricks which are very simple and very easy. Unfortunately, there's not really any magic shops nowadays where you can go to. There are very few. There's one in San Francisco, I know, one in Sacramento, but everything's online. But when you go in, you can see someone do the trick for you. They can do it and they can demonstrate it, they can teach it, and you get to see what it looks like. And that's what's really great about seeing a live person or a video, getting a lesson from someone. My favorite trick. I have met another Sikh magician, very few. I thought I was the only one for the longest time, and eventually I met one or two other young Sikhs who were also interested in magic. They didn't do shows, but they liked doing a few tricks here and there. I know everyone gets magic kits for their birthday at some point in their life. A lot of people start, but then they don't keep up with it. And what happened with me was I kept doing it, and I got a good response from my friends at school, from my parents, and so I kept doing it, and I was encouraged. So for parents, encourage your kids, right? Encourage them if they like this, if they like something else, encourage them, give them support. Luckily, I had support from my parents, and I got to keep going and make it this far. Just a couple. I know just like 2 or 3 other Sikh magicians in the whole world. And yeah, I'm thinking I will teach you guys a trick, but maybe in another session. That way I can prepare and plan and pick something, and then you guys have the time. We can spend that time to make sure you actually get it. Because if I teach you in 1 minute or 2, you might not get it, and I won't be able to do a good job. So I want to make sure I do it justice and teach you properly with all the things you learn. So some tricks you can buy and they come with written instructions, but the things you learn over experience by doing it after a long time is all the little, they're called subtleties, like the psychology. What do you say? What do you do? What kind of expression do you make? What is your body language? There's so much that's involved in that. So there's so many little things, but you can do magic with almost anything. Okay, so we're getting pretty much towards the end, and I want to see, so a lot of requests to learn. I'll give you my contact information. You can learn from me directly, but maybe at some point in the future with the Sikh Coalition or on my page, I can do a live where I'll teach. But you guys should also check out my website, amasingh.com. That's AMASINGH.com. And then there's my social media. So I post a lot of videos on Instagram. It's at Amazing Magic. So it's just like this, AMASINGH Magic. Amazing Magic for Instagram, for Twitter, for Facebook, for YouTube, for Snapchat, for everything. It's Amazing Magic. My email is vsk at amasingh.com. Everything's on my website, and I do shows. I travel around the world for shows, not just in California, but wherever people invite me. And I also, I can do lessons. A lot of people have been requesting that, and maybe I'll make some videos or something on that. So stay posted on that. Let's see what else you guys are saying. So I want to show you guys actually what the first trick that I was talking about. The first trick that I saw that got me started, because people ask, what was the first trick you learned? I want to show you the first trick I saw when I was in kindergarten, and I learned, and I saw it, but I couldn't do it till so many years later, but that's what got me inspired. So I'm going to show you that, and we're going to end off. We'll have a couple of announcements, and then then we'll call it a day. And thank you all, everyone who joined us today. So watch this. A little silk, little blue cloth, nothing in my hand. What I do is I take the silk and I push it into my hand. You can see how my sleeves are rolled up. So push it in all the way in. What happens is push it into your hand all the way. Make sure it's in there. And what I'm going to do is just go like this. And it disappears just like that. So I hope you guys like that. Again, this is a classic. It's something you can learn if you practice. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the Amazing Magic Show. Thank you guys all for joining Sikh Coalition's Kids Corner, and please join us at the same time again next week for Sikh author Navjot Kaur, who will be reading her book, The Garden of Peace. And please share this awesome opportunity with your friends and classmates who are interested in joining, so they can also watch. It's the same time every week. You can even go back and watch the previous sessions on the Sikh Coalition's page there. They're great. So before I sign off, there are 2 announcements from the Sikh Coalition. Number 1, the Junior Sikh Coalition is hosting a national art and poetry contest. So for people ages 0 to 26. So check out the comments for more information about that on the themes and submission guidelines. And the deadline to submit has been extended to this Friday. So you guys have a few more days to get in there. And number 2, it's National Nurses Week. So, and children across the country are recording messages to say thank you to our healthcare heroes. So if you'd like to record your own thank you video, ask your parents or guardians to help you, and then make sure that they tag the Sikh Coalition when they post it. And there's an example video online. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you again so much for joining me. Hopefully we can do this again. For more magic videos, check out my website, amasing.com, or my Instagram, Facebook. You can follow me on my Facebook page. It's linked there. And I hope you guys had fun. And I hope you're inspired to follow your passion, do whatever it is that you like to do. And, hopefully one day you guys will be on here doing a session for someone else. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.